everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. In the last episode, we got to a point that I was like, oh shoot, and we had to end it right there. But yeah, we were finally confronting Agent Shih-na and Agent Lang about how suspicious Agent Shih-na has been. So now let's continue on. We are still in case 5, by the way, of Turnabout Ablaze, the middle. Alright, well, let's just say there's a reason that Agent Lang is sweating bullets right now. I mean, her reactions are just shady as heck. Shih-na? Oh boy. Look at that posture. Everything is so familiar. In a bad way. That laugh. Oof. I remember this irritating laugh.
Ugh, I'm getting chills down my spine.
Can't be, but it has to be.
Shih-na, what's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. It was so funny that I couldn't help but laugh. Funny, you say? Huh, she's been holding in that laughter for all these years, probably. That's gotta suck for her. Whatever. Yes, but you would accuse me of being the Yatagarasu. The prosecutors of this country really are all so very strange. Do you think you can get away with this by simply laughing it off? You think I'm taking things too lightly? I think not. It's that prosecutor who is. Look, everything you said earlier is nothing more than mere speculation. The Yatagarasu fled through the fireplace. Do you have any proof to back up your claim? If you don't, then you haven't proven a thing regarding the Yatagarasu's escape route. The tone of voice you're taking with me now has certainly changed. That's because it's been a while since I've had this much fun. I think I'll let loose, and then we can have a real battle of wits. For an agent of Interbo to show me the true power of her mind, it is a great honor. Don't underestimate me. I'm not some foolish broad, you know. I know, and that is why I won't hold anything back either as I answer your question. My question? Here's your proof that the revolving fireplace wall in Babol was used recently. I'm gonna say it was Ambassador Palino's testimony.
Take that!
I'm sorry, but is this really your honest answer to my question? Yes. According to Ambassador Palino's testimony, he said that he was burning some documents in the fireplace with Mr. Cochin. Oh. The ashes of what they burned were left in the fireplace, so they should have been there. However, when we went to investigate the room, the ashes weren't there. Hold it. Why is that a problem? Maybe someone cleaned them up.
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, Ambassador Palino said that he forgot to. And so the question remains, why were the ashes missing? The answer is simple. When the Yatagarasu went through the fireplace wall, the ashes were pushed into the next room by the wall as well. The movement of the ashes that were in Mr. Cochin's office is my proof. Alright, lady, calm down. And just what is so funny? Ash as proof. Are you even allowed to submit such flaky evidence in court? Flaky. Ah, I get it.
You still wish to fight us?
Of course. Why wouldn't I? In that case, let's hear your counter-argument. My counter-argument, huh? This really is just like being in court. Well, to me, we're simply continuing from where we left off all those years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're even doing the same posing, come on. Doesn't matter if we're at a crime scene or in court. Let's finish this here and now. I suppose. I've had a lot of fun today, but I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Alright. Her rebuttal. In my eyes, all you've proved is that the rotating fireplace wall was used. But you can't really call that proof that the Edgeworth used the fireplace, now can you? So then, who was it that used the rotating wall? Show me your answer with real evidence. Remember, we've already finished our very thorough investigation. And we found not a single suspicious thing in Mr. Cochin's office. Oh, really? And there you have it, my counter-argument. Ugh, that's very impressive. You're seen through to the fact that I've yet to gather that one piece of evidence. Uh-oh, Kay's really upset.
What is it, Kay? I haven't heard a peep out of you in quite a while now.
If you don't think you can handle it, feel free to leave the rest of it to us. But
Kay, pull yourself together. You are the true heir to the Edgeworth name, are you not? If you want to steal the truth, then you must never take your eyes off of it. This chase you're running to catch the truth, you must see it through to the very end.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're right. I will see this through to the end. So, you go get her for me, Mr. Edgeworth.
With pleasure. Looks like a lack of evidence has left you wide open, doesn't it?
Shih-na, you're acting really shady like an actual villain, so you're kinda making me uncomfortable, you know? Please, show me you're someone I can trust.
Don't worry. This will be the deciding match. You'll see.
I'm truly sorry, Agent Lang, but I simply can't allow her to escape me again. Very well then, Agent Shih-na, shall we begin?
I'm ready whenever you are. Oh. That last statement she made is the one I'm looking at. Because everything else, I don't think we have proof about that. Remember, we've already our thorough investigation. Found not a single suspicious thing. Now, we have to look at things we found in his office that we haven't discussed yet. And I'm thinking it is gonna be the one thing we haven't really discussed that we did find. Yeah, that wire. That's weird. So let's go with this.
Objection!
While you say that you and your agent have finished your thorough investigation, are you absolutely certain that you didn't overlook anything? Well, aren't we full of ourselves, standing there insulting Interpol agents?
Better not be insinuating that my men are incompetent, Mr. Prosecutor. You're really pissing me off right now.
I'd never do that. However, it doesn't change the fact that they did overlook something. I'd like for you to take a look at this length of wire.
And what exactly is this supposed to mean?
A length of wire? So what about it?
I'll tell you what. We found this in the Bubbly's embassy not long ago.
What?
And we found it wound up inside the grandfather clock in Mr. Cochin's office.
You found that at the scene of Mr. Cochin's murder.
But this wire wasn't all we found. We found one other very important thing.
There's more?
In Mr. Cochin's office, there were signs that someone had burned counterfeit bills there. Ah, yes.
What in the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot. Who said that?
Hold it. That evidence was something you found out through that girl's machine, right? So what if it was?
Ah, that's what I thought. But unfortunately for you, a recreation made by a machine is hardly concrete proof. Among the ashes you found in the room, did you happen to find any counterfeit bills?
Ah, shoot, she has a point.
No. You see, so there was nothing in that office. Nothing you can call evidence, anyway.
But what about the wire? Come on now.
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I seem to have given you the wrong impression. How so? I don't recall saying that I was presenting evidence of any sort, but rather I was pointing out that your investigation was incomplete, and that this throws doubt on the purity of your investigation into the Yatagarasu. You still suspect me, I see. Alright then, I asked that you point out what part of my investigation is incomplete. The other Interpol agents worked under the command of Agent Shih-na. And is it not possible that the reason the person K was chasing chose the third floor was because that person knew there would be no other agents on that floor? Furthermore, we've come to see that Agent Shih-na was only pretending to be investigating the Yatagarasu to the point of arresting K. In that case, there is one location that no one has yet to inspect. Your team's investigation was incomplete because they failed to inspect this location.
Take that!
Yep. The location, Agent Shih-na, is of course the room you claimed to have examined. I believe the room next to Mr. Cochin's office warrants a thorough inspection. Even if you do that, I doubt you'll find anything of use to you there. I will be the one to decide that. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir. I'm on it. I'll be right back after I check out that room next to the office.
What an awkward silence.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you really think that Miss Shih-na's the Yatagarasu?
Yes, if my logic is sound. Sorry, Shih-na sound. My logic is sound. Sorry. If my logic is sound, I believe she is.
Then I'm not going to let her get away with ruining the name of the Yatagarasu. But can you prove she's the Yatagarasu is the question.
If Detective Gumshoe can find what I'm hoping he will, then I should be able to.
And just what are you hoping he'll find?
Let's just say this. I had Detective Gumshoe do a little experiment for me earlier.
An experiment, as if that detective has the brains for high science.
It wasn't that mentally taxing. I heard him use the same escape route as the Edgeworth.
And what did you find out by doing that?
First, that it's possible for a person to fit through the revolving wall door. Second, that by going through there his coat was covered in ash and bubbly with ink.
Who cares what his coat was covered in? It's not worth that much anyway.
Ah, but is it really worth so little? I believe that it's actually quite a meaningful result, the value of which I'm about to prove.
Mr. Edgeworth, I found some things you really need to see, sir.
Oh, so what are these things that you found?
Some makeup, a coat, and a pair of shoes, sir.
You found a coat! You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe it's the one the person I was chasing was wearing.
Yes, the possibility does exist. Agent Shih-na, were these pieces of evidence not in that room when you examined it?
Unfortunately for you, those aren't suspicious items of any sort. They all belong to me. They were getting in the way, so I stored them in that room.
Aww.
Thank you for bringing them to me. It saves me a trip. May I have them back now?
These items that the detective brought back are incredibly significant. I request that we be allowed to examine them.
Hold it. They're my personal belongings, so you have no right to touch them without my permission.
I wish to examine them for the sake of the investigation, but if you wish to deny us access to them, Agent Lang, let's hear your opinion on this. I say, let them look at your stuff, Shih-na.
Lang!
Shih-na, let's put it all out in the open. If you're really innocent, then you have nothing to worry about, right?
Oh boy, he's starting to doubt. I guess so. Alright. Go ahead and examine whatever you'd like. After all, I have nothing to hide.
Good. Now, let us begin. So, which of Agent Shih-na's belongings are you going to examine? Oh, sorry, it was Gumshoe.
Which of Agent Shih-na's belongings are you gonna examine, sir?
We don't care about the makeup or the shoes. Let's look at the coat. Let's examine the coat.
Yes, sir.
Oh dear. It appears you managed to stain your coat rather badly, Agent Shih-na. The Otogarasu that Kay saw was wearing a coat, and I'm beginning to wonder if this stain wasn't created when you went through the fireplace.
No, you have it wrong. That soot probably got on my coat when I was helping the police put out the fire.
And what about this dark substance around the hem of your coat?
Oh, I didn't realize that the hem was that dirty. I'm sure it's just some water mixed with the soot from when I was helping with the fire.
I don't think so. You think you can get away with such a transparent lie?
Yeah, don't lie to us, pal. This is the same pattern of dirt that got on my coat when I went through the fireplace.
Hold it. Your words ring hollow in the absence of evidence, you know. So unless you can prove that the dirt on my coat is from that fireplace...
Which I can't.
What? How?
You did a great job, Detective Gumshoe.
Huh? Me, sir? What did I do?
This coat, this is exactly the piece of evidence I was searching for. I had been hoping to find the coat that the person Kay saw was wearing. And thanks to you, we proved that going through the fireplace would sully the coat.
I don't quite get what you're saying, but I'm happy for the praise, sir. Please give me a raise.
Never.
Aw.
All that remains is for us to show what the dark substance on the coat hem is.
Oh, and you think you can do that?
Of course I can. This is the dark substance that sullied the hem of this coat.
No, it's the Babalese ink.
Take that!
Babalese ink. Yes, this is what will prove that the coat went through that fireplace. According to Ambassador Paleno, he burned some files in the fireplace this morning.
You told us about that already, so I don't really see the point in mentioning it again.
My point is that he spilled some ink onto the back wall of the fireplace at that time. If the dark substance on this coat turns out to be Bubbly's ink, it would prove that you and this coat went through the revolving fireplace wall. Sorry to have clipped one of your wings, Yotogarasu, but we're not finished yet.
You have no way of proving whether or not this is Bubbly's ink on the coat hem.
Oh, but I do, and I intend to show that it is ink in a few seconds.
How?
How, you ask? Well, since you don't seem to know, allow me to show you. This is how I will prove that the dark substance on the coat is Bubbly's ink. You will burn the coat. You can find out whether that is Bubbly's ink or not by lighting it on fire.
That's pretty extreme, though. I'm just gonna burn this evidence, right? But no, we gotta do what we gotta do.
That's how you're going to prove that it's Bubbly's ink? Yes, if you could please cut a section of the dark stained area for me, I'd appreciate it. Because I will show you here and now what the dark substance is.
Shih-na, sorry to do this, but I'm gonna have to cut off a bit of your coat with my sharp talons.
No, hun, I wasn't planning to wear it anymore anyway.
Now then, if someone could loan me a lighter or something.
Oh, I've got some matches. I always carry them with me so I can light smoke bombs.
TMI, Kay, TMI. Then if you could please have one, Kay. If I could please have one, we can get this experiment underway.
The flame!
That's pretty cool.
It's the same color as the flames wick crystal oil produces, which means...
Bubbly's ink is a product of wheat crystal oil, and when lit, the ink produces a green flame.
Oh, you're screwed now, girl.
I believe the time has come to clip the Yatagarasu's other wing.
Miss Shih-na, you're the fake Yatagarasu. The one who killed my father.
It's about time you came clean, Agent Shih-na. Or should I say, Callisto you.
Hold it! Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, you're not serious, are you?
Do I look like the joking type to you?
Callisto you?
I've never heard that name before in my life.
That manner of speaking, and that attitude. I see you haven't changed a bit in 7 years.
You're the defense attorney that killed Mr. Faraday and then tried to frame me for it.
Oh, really? And you have proof? You insist that I am this Callisto you woman. You can't prove it. If you have no proof, then I'm afraid you won't be able to lay a single finger on me.
The raven is a very unique bird, one that flies by the darkness of night. However, the light of dawn has arrived and it will reveal your true, ugly form to the world.
You just had to be all dramatic about it and poetic, didn't you, Edgeworth?
Hold it. Enough poetry. I want to see some evidence. Do you really have something that can prove that she is Callisto you?
I do. It's something that the second Yatagarasu has preserved for us these last 7 years.
Do me the honor, Mr. Edgeworth.
I will, Kay, for we have finally come to the end. Kind of. Not really, but still. We'll prove her to be Callisto you with this, and clip this Yatagarasu's wings for good.
Alright, guys. Which thing did Kay preserve all these years? The perfume.
This perfume, this will prove you to be Callisto you. It will. Kay has preserved it perfectly for us. Surely you remember this bottle. This belonged to Miss Yu just before she disappeared 7 years ago. Naturally, this means that a few of her fingerprints are on here as well.
This is that bottle of perfume you spilled, which I've preserved ever since. I heard from my father, Bern Faraday, that if stored under the right conditions, a fingerprint can be preserved for decades. Which means that your fingerprints are still on here. Every last one.
We can clear everything up if we were to compare the prints on this to your own. Now come, Agent Shih-na. Will you submit yourself to a fingerprint test?
Well, guys, we'll find out in the next episode. I wish I could continue, but I'm out of town for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. This is it, guys. We got her. We're so close. But yeah, does that mean it's gonna be the end of this case? Not so sure. We have a lot of mysteries that are like still not solved. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye.